All right, you guys, we're going to look at this general rule here in section 14 on control devices. So this is kind of an encompassing thing. People get confused. Well, what control devices? Let's take a look at the rules. 14,400, ratings of control devices. Control devices shall have ratings suitable for the connected load of the circuits that they control, and, with the exception of isolating switches, shall be capable of safely establishing and interrupting such loads. So that's a statement rule. I got a 200 amp panel here. I got a 200 amp disconnect switch. It meets that requirement right there. 14,402. Disconnecting means required for fuse circuits. Circuits protected by fuses shall be equipped with disconnecting means integral with or adjacent to the fuse holders, whereby all live parts for mounting fuses can be readily and safely made dead. However, such disconnecting means shall be permitted to be omitted in any one of the following cases. A. Instrument and control circuits on switchboards where the voltage does not exceed 250 volts. Right here. Primary circuits of voltage transformers having a primary voltage of 750 volts or less on switchboards, and a circuit having only one ungrounded conductor where a plug fuse is used. Alright, so if I look at the first statement of that rule, 14,402, circuits protected by fuses shall be equipped with disconnecting means integral with or adjacent to the fuse holders, whereby all live parts for mounting fuses can be readily and safely made dead. Let's take a look at this disconnect switch. Here are the knives. So when the switch is open, here's my fuse holders, where that fuse goes. That is all dead. The only part that's live is this part that's covered up here. In this case, obviously it's not live now, but this part back there is live, but the knives are made dead. All right, so I can safely go in there and remove that fuse. Then we have 14,404. Control devices used in combination with overcurrent devices or overload devices for the control of circuits or apparatus shall be connected so that the overcurrent or overload devices will be dead when the control device is in the open position, except where this is impracticable. So you guys, 14,404, motors. That screams motors right there. Control devices, contactors. We've got an overload block and we've got a contactor. And it's a great description. Control devices used in combination with overcurrent device. So we got the overcurrent device for the motor, and we have the overloads to protect the branch circuit conductors and the motor. Or overload devices for the control of circuits shall be connected so that overcurrent or overload devices will be dead when the control device is in the open position, except where this is impracticable. You'd have to prove that to the inspection department. 14,406, location of control devices. Control devices, with the exception of isolating switches, shall be readily accessible. Remotely controlled devices shall be considered to be readily accessible if the means of controlling them are readily accessible. So that's just those are just statement rules. Indication of control device positions. Manually operable control devices shall indicate the on-off positions unless the application of the device makes this unnecessary. So this has the markings of on and off. We comply with that rule. Grouping of control devices. Control devices controlling feeders and branch circuits shall be grouped where practicable, so that's a design rule. 14,414, connection to different circuits. Now, think motor control here. Where electrical equipment is supplied by two or more different transformers or different sources of voltage, then a single disconnecting means that will effectively isolate all ungrounded conductors supplying the equipment shall be provided integral with or adjacent to the equipment, or each supply circuit shall be provided with a disconnecting means integral with or adjacent to the equipment, and the disconnecting means shall be grouped together. Sub-rule 2 gives us a break. It says, notwithstanding sub-rule 1, disconnecting means integral with or adjacent to the equipment need not be provided for control circuits originating beyond the equipment and not exceeding 150 volts to ground, provided that all associated bare live parts are protected against inadvertent contact by means of barriers. Where multiple disconnecting means, as provided in sub-rule 1B, are provided, suitable warning signs shall be placed on or adjacent to each disconnecting means, so that all the disconnecting means must be open to ensure complete de-energization of the equipment. Where barriers are used as required in sub-rule 2, a suitable warning sign shall be placed on or adjacent to the equipment or on the barriers, indicating that there is more than one source of supply to the equipment. That's an important rule. 14416, control devices used only for switching, except as permitted by other rules of this code. Control devices that perform only switching functions shall disconnect all ungrounded conductors of the controlled circuit when in the off position. All right. That takes care of that. We'll see you in the next one.